This is a fight against a giant bug and two bitch-ass turrets. I've got 1 minute. Now you hear this music, right? I gotta get in there. But first, let's pretend this is a party-based RPG. Am I gonna use one character to solve this problem? Hell no. Everyone's gonna have roles or jobs to do. Now let's watch this fight one time uninterrupted, and then it's time to put on the daddy pants and learn how to actually play this game. Alright, synchronized watches, 3, 2, 1, go. Now what is Cloud actually doing here? He's tanking. He's trying to catch the bug with his unique attack, Parry. Then he uses the ATB from Parry to build stagger with Blizzard. When Blizzard happens, Cloud's job is done for a second, so I switch to Barret and he can do his job. He blows away one turret with his unique attack, Overcharge, and then uses the free ATB to cast Thunder to destroy the other turret. Both turrets dead, his job is done, so I switch back to Cloud to build more stagger. When Blizzard happens again, I don't watch it cast. I try to switch, but I do it in the wrong direction, and just all this is terrible. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Moment of truth, back to Cloud so he can stagger with Focus Thrust. Tifa upgrades her unique attack to Omni Strike, and uses it to increase the bonus damage on the staggered enemy. Then into Tifa's B&B. Basic attack 1, into uppercut, into I'm thinking about it, and I pick Overpower because it looks cooler. Bam, 28 seconds left. Whoops, some ass. Now I won that fight because of this Celestial Grandmaster Prestige Top 500 360 No-Scope tier list. That fight and this 5000 IQ diagram both say the same thing. Everyone has tools, and those tools help everyone. For any of these busted-ass RPG characters to ascend to a higher level, they need each other to get there. Why does Cloud feel like he can solo Godzilla? He's a classic RPG tank. And what does that mean? Fast, high stats, defensive, strong, and more importantly, mobility tool, defensive tool, stun tool, make a flashcard. It's all right in this footage. Turn 1, first thing Cloud does is zip with basic attack 1. Not just an attack, a mobility tool that cancels into everything. That transitions into basic attack 1, 2, 3, and I cancel into Punisher with unique attack. The animation for activating Punisher counts as a parry, and then holding block during Punisher also counts as one. So what I'm actually doing is 1, 2, 3 double parry. When parry lands, Cloud gets a big ATB boost, and I throw up tactical mode. From here I cast Blizzard. Ice magic is unique because it does more stagger damage than other magic types. Ice is also the bug's elemental weakness. When ice explodes, the bug gets pressured, one step closer to stun. Cloud, being a tank, also has tank problems, about 77 of them. First off, he's weak at range, and aw darn, this fight has 2 turrets just out of reach. Enter Barret, the man with the gun. A free turn having, ranged tank / DPS / support / monster with jaw-dropping melee damage. You should try it. And you know the routine, right? Overcharge. Switch to Barret, use Overcharge for ATB, spend that ATB. In this case, I spend ATB on Thunder, which is unique because it's a guaranteed hit even through this pillar here. Thunder is also the turret's elemental weakness, you see the pattern? Both turrets dead, basically for free, and right back to Cloud. Easy peasy. With Cloud, I grab some ATB and repressurize the bug, but now he has another tank problem. Big damage requires elaborate setups, usually with Berserk. Cloud's job right now is to stagger. Adding kill to the job order means more ATB, aka more time, and I'm on the timer. Enter Tifa, a fighting game character that explodes enemies. In addition to great mobility, her high speed stat means more ATB, aka more actions. She can also power up her unique attack with Unbridled Strength, and then use it to get insane bonus damage for everyone. I switch back to Cloud, use Focus Thrust to trigger Stagger, and instead of idling, I switch right back to Tifa and finish it with back-to-back routines. Routine number 1 is her Stagger combo, where she uses Unbridled Strength to level up unique attack, and then uses unique attack to increase the Stagger bonus damage, shown here. There are a lot of variations of this routine. Late game it can be expanded to get over 300% damage, but in this fight I just used the most basic version, Unbridled Strength into level 2 Omni Strike. After that, I finish the enemy with routine number 2, Tifa's B&B. B&B is gamer jargon for standard combo. Press basic attack to zip towards an enemy with basic attack 1. It's just like Cloud. Keep holding basic attack to cancel into heavy attack, aka uppercut, and then swag finish with whatever. Uppercut can be ground cancelled on impact into ground abilities, including dodge, or just like this example, air cancelled late into air abilities like dive kick, focus strike, and of course, overpower. Fundamentally, that fight was just me mixing together routines as I hopped around between characters, gaining and spending ATB. I tanked with Cloud, overcharged with Barret, I stunned with Cloud, and then I finished with 2 Tifa combos. Each of those routines required me to be in control and exploit unique attack, among other things. Each routine also came with downtime, where ATB gains slowed. See, whenever someone spends ATB, it's just like knockback. The ATB freezes until the animation is done. In other words, when Cloud casts Blizzard, a period of mandatory offensive downtime comes. Honestly, 2 periods happen because he still has to regain ATB. Why wait around when I could just switch to cancel over to Barret, use Overcharge for instant ATB, and keep the damage flowing? It's the same for Barret. Overcharge has a recharge period, and Thunder freezes the ATB, so why wait? I should switch to cancel back to Cloud. Switch cancel, okay? Copyright 2026. That's when we switch characters rather than sit through animations. Switch cancel, as in Thunder, switch cancel to Braver. Switch cancel to Barret. Or Tifa B&B. Switch cancel to Fire. Or Tactical Tifa Focus Strike ×2 into Tactical Cloud Disorder, aka Punisher. Into Omni Strike. Switch cancel to Cloud Heavy Attack, aka Berserk. Into Cloud Blade Burst. Into Tactical Tifa True Strike ×2. Switch cancel to Aerith Bio Doublecast. All sounds complicated, but here I am in this footage just throwing up tactical mode and I'm just thinking about it. As far as the game is concerned, this ballet is all happening in seconds, but for me, it's slow motion. My AI partners, well, they just stay neutral, so I'm free to issue commands or take them over whenever. I could take all day. What triple attack should I cancel my double attack with? I know. Tactical mode for Blade Burst on Cloud, True Strike on Tifa, and then switch cancel to Aerith, who could cast Bio from inside her ward. Yeah, that sounds good. This game's high level isn't about skill, reaction time, juggles, combos, or any of that. This game's high level is about using an unbroken chain of improvised, customized groups of easily canceled actions that I call routines, in a sorta specific order, linked together by transitions, cancels, and endless adjustment. There is no most broken character apart from Aerith, whose specialty is making everybody else more broken. There isn't even one character. The team is the character. And switching characters is like switching guns, stances, or skill bars. A child can do this shit. On top of being the gateway drug to high-level offense, this next example with Cloud and Aerith will show how switching helps defense by messing with aggro, aka enemy targeting. Just please note that everything about aggro has the disclaimer of sometimes. For example, sometimes untargeted heroes get targeted. That means aggro splits between my team, aka 3 goons looking at Cloud, 2 approaching Aerith. Once Aerith is in danger, I switch over to Cloud because sometimes controlled characters draw aggro, and sometimes attacking draws aggro. That was the plan, at least. Instead of choosing the right target over I jumped the gun, pressed attack, and zipped straight into a trap that disables Cloud. Disabled heroes gain no ATB. Sometimes disabled heroes draw aggro. Brilliant. In the same moment, Cloud is disabled and controlled, making aggro twice as likely. When I switch to Aerith, everyone's targeting Cloud. Task failed successfully. Aerith can unleash hell now with back-to-back routines. Routine 1, standard ATB boost. I get 2 ATB bars, spend 1 ATB on something, and then use ATB boost materia to double my ATB. In this case, I spend ATB on Arcade Ward for double casts. Routine number 2 is Aerith's Tempest routine. You spend ATB, use Tempest, spend ATB, etc. Tempest restores a lot of ATB, so anything you do afterwards is usually free. And just sum total, after doing all those things, Arcane Ward, ATB boost, wind, tempest, another wind, and finally switch cancel to cloud, Aerith is still going to have 1 bar. Back on Cloud, I'm hoping the Huntsman will hit him and wake him up, but what happens is even better. Cloud wakes up just in time to land a super badass parry, and it pressures the Huntsman. From here, the fight's over. I go into Cloud's stagger routine, focus thrust, Punisher mode, Berserk, Braver, whatever. The notable thing is actually the double attack that I pull off. Focus thrust, switch cancel to wind, switch cancel to Cloud. It happens so fast that Cloud's animation doesn't even finish. A perfect example of switch cancels. That aside, the real lesson here is that switching can protect allies and create openings. I can't exactly control aggro, but what I can control is switching from characters with aggro over to characters without. The AI is coded to be defensive, so whenever I draw aggro, the question always becomes, why not let the AI do the only thing it's good at? In conclusion, the entire logic of this game revolves around switching. Even later, when I could customize, using multiple characters is even more justified because more materia slots, more routines, and more tools. I can rig this to play like an action game, build around one character. That's the game's genius. But the Spectacle Fighter veneer is just a mini-game, built to ensure I don't get bored in between chaining together quadruple attacks. The first section of this guide is now over. If you watched all 3 parts, then you should know resource management, defense, routines, cancels, and the true key to a fluid playstyle, switching. Next comes how to kill your enemies with routines. And the final lessons are all about how to compose your own routines. But this lesson is the game changer. It's the formula for not skill, not easy, the formula for awesome. Thing, transition, thing. Blizzard, transition, overcharge. Routine, transition, routine, transition, routine. You know, I remember when combat for me was like hitting things, spending ATB, hitting more things. Always getting sucked into the vortex of take damage, heal, take damage, heal. Now when I play, it's a beautiful, fluid, effortless symphony of destruction. Where I'm over in the corner conducting, looking like this guy. That's where you're headed. There's no turning back.